In this episode, we visit a friend in the quiet mountain pueblo of Puriscal, Costa Rica. This was one of the most transformational detours as we relaxed at the Finca and communed with the plants, animals, and earth. We were in awe, exploring rivers, back roads, and the biological diversity around every turn. After a few days on a Costa Rican farm, you'll begin to understand the reason quality of life in Costa Rica is what people enjoy most about this beautiful country. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button. Now, let's get into the adventure.
¿Dónde está?
Estamos en Puriscal, la provincia de San Jose. Oh, look there, guanabanas. Did you see those giant guanabanas, yo?
Yeah. ¿Qué comer para almuerzo?
Encuentros.
Muy picante.
Alitas de búfalo.
Búfalo.
Wow, tilín.
Eso tiene.
Eso, tilín.
You need a rope?
You're so far down.
Because you've been all being all rough with Kasia.
How was I wrong, buddy?
What do you mean you don't want to hit it down?
The regional allergy, I guess, is in your mouth.
Buenos dias. So we are just waking up here in Puriscal, and it is just beautiful. The weather was nice and cool here in the evenings, and in the morning, as soon as the sun started hitting, we had this amazing view of the sunrise. But the heat just started coming, so it is definitely warm here. I feel like we're a lot closer to the sun. In our backyard here, we have a variety of citrus trees. So there's a ton of citrus trees here. This is like we're on our own little farm. And then there's even a coffee bean, almost a plantation. There's a ton of coffee beans here. This is a view from our cabin. So on this property, they have a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath house. Plus this studio cabin, full kitchen. And then from the cabin, go up to the main house. Amazing views down into the valley. We're out here collecting some fruit off of the ground to feed these vacas. Yeah, let's go, Kasia. Let's go see if they're hungry. So said when you feed them, you have to like feed them just like a horse, but down low. Hola. Hola, chicos. Yes, Chico. You're so cute.
This one looks scary. Hold it like this.
Stop being scared. See, it's just his tongue.
Ew.
It's just his tongue. It like doesn't go at you with his teeth like a horse does. What you got here? Breakfast tacos. Some of that Puriscal chorizo. Kingston didn't like that at all.
It was terrible.
He put a little more in there. Alright, we heading out right now. We're gonna go pick up Mr. Chris from school. We're gonna go explore the pueblo, the pueblito. Buenos chicos. Check out all those bromeliads. Say go back.
No, it's easier to go this way.
I wanted to see you do it again. American Ninja Warrior.
No, I'm gonna start from here and then go back.
Most fierce competitor tackling the borrow, and she made it. Oh, wow. Up the warp block. Bravo, bravo. So right now we're just cruising through this little river valley at the bottom of San Rafael here. And it's just incredible. Just around every corner is something new. But none of this gets old. And what is so incredible about this area is all of the plant life, all the bromeliads, air plants, orchids, everything is just growing in the sky and on the tree branches. It's just this whole ecosystem is quite incredible. The pitaya, dragon fruit growing up here. Go jump in.
Oh.
Let's do a dump.
Oh.
I believe in you.
It's on. It's on.
How you doing, King boy?
I'll go in the water through the walk. You already know he's done.
And that's gonna conclude our little adventure here just on the Río San Rafael. This is just beautiful down here. I could definitely imagine this is a nice spot for locals to hang out during the dry season, be able to enjoy the river. There's two rivers that converge here, and some nice little rapids, but you also have some nice poses down here, so it's beautiful.
He got his shoes wet and they're dry now.
Kuya's in the car already, ready to go. Next spot, next destination, where we going next?
The park.
Vamos a ir al parque, la cancha de fútbol. Gonna go to the football field, play a little, some deportivos, I don't know. Hola chicos. Good feeder.
Chris was yelling at them.
Alright, we're out here in Puriscal. We are at Kai's Mountain House and we are preparing to go on a walk to school. So all the cows, the vacas here greeting us good morning. They're waiting, we were feeding them oranges just a little bit ago, so I think they're all ready for some more bocadillos. Look at those vistas. Kingston's wearing red. Hopefully we don't see any toros. Oh, look at all the clouds. The clouds are moving too.
I think they're born super and they change colors.
We getting to the bottom of the hill. Chris is kicking our butts right now. We're over here trying to listen to the birds, the bees, the sounds of nature.
Look at Chris, he's like,
Chris is on the move. What, we're gonna get there early. Escuela Bella Vista. We are in Vista right now, which is in San Rafael de Abajo. This is the local escuela pública. We're gonna make our way back up this montaña. We are up over there somewhere, right behind that little hill, or little big hill. Your king boy up there going. We're tackling this hill right now. But yeah, that's probably better. This hill's tackling us right now. But it is hot. It's hot out here in these Costa Rican streets. Costa Rican calles. Calles de Costa Rica, these fincas. Acacia's doing good. She ain't complaining. That's always a good sign. Why is that? Yeah, there ain't no hangriness to combat right now. She is a yena. What you doing? Let me see you collecting flowers.
I don't have anywhere to put them.
Flowers for your book?
The females put their tails up like that. It's because they're whatever in heat.
They in heat and ready? Yeah.
And
Let's
like,
get it on. Ooh, baby. Let's get it on. Let's love, baby. Let's get it on.
This must be the fourth one.
Sugar.
Yeah. He's my friend. He's nice.
Hola, chico. Hola.
Peter, you remember me?
Kids will get scared when they start coming at you because they're like, oh, you are a sweetie. These vacas are super tranquilo, but you can't help but just be a little bit intimidated when they walk up next to you like that because they are quite large. They are very large creatures. Don't get it twisted. They're gentle giants. Grazing in these pastures, this is what you call free range, like, right? Vacas do not do this at home. They don't get to walk around in the grass grazing.
They can only have one bull, because otherwise he said if you have to fight with competition, they're so strong, like they'll bust right through that middle gate.
So that's the only one
Yeah.
He's sweet, but he's strong.
I know. It's like, they don't know their own strength.
Like,
Like.
you're even trying to push back, like there's.
Alright, so we successfully made it back from our walk to the Bella Vista Escuela Bella Vista with Chris. And so it was about 1.5 miles. It took us about 45 minutes and it was just a nice easy stroll, but we're rewarded with these views, you know. This is Puriscal. Puriscal. Las montañas. Qué lindo. Super beautiful. You know, the niños harvesting some citrus right now at Kai's mountain house. Oh, look at Kui's making a game out of it. That's what I like to see. Keisha's not as happy harvesting the fruit as she was drinking the juice of the fruit. Yeah, I know. Requires a little bit of work. Kingston has a good attitude about it. He is our farmer boy. Kingston was also loving the cows, not too scared. They are kind of scary, huh, Keisha, when they're coming at you? Keisha, you're like 0 for 3. Come on, you got this one. The camera's on. Get it. Oh, gone! Coffee bean plant here. These are all coffee bean plants, but you start with, it's like a red berry, which is the coffee bean. Kind of a sweet texture on the outside. On the inside, once you remove the flesh, you actually find the coffee beans that we're used to seeing in the stores. That is what a fresh coffee bean looks like. We're just spending the afternoon out here at Kai's mountain house in Puriscal, harvesting some fruit in our preparation for our trip back to the peninsula, and just expressing gratitude. Like, there's no better sense of satisfaction than just being able to walk out your door and have an actual physical connection with the food that nourishes your body before it's actually harvested from the plant. And like, that's something that has been innate and it's inside of each and every one of us, but it's really been suppressed, you know, and replaced by the sensation of going to a busy grocery store and standing in line only to get foods that have really traveled probably farther than you have in your lifetime. And that's supposed to nourish our bodies. So just being here and just expressing this gratitude for not only sharing this space, but also being able to take part in its abundance. Have some coconuts. Don't know how many years old this coconut tree is, but it's already producing fruit, which is incredible. Very easy to harvest. Papaya, one of the most classic tropical fruits. That's also an incredible thing. Like the papaya is a great example. It's one of those tropical fruits that I had absolutely no interest in the States. It was something that just had an odd flavor to me. And since being here in Costa Rica for 6 months, my body has just adapted to it, and it has actually now given me cravings for papaya. And to find out that it's one of those natural foods, if you consume it, it's naturally going to be a pest deterrent. So if you're having issues with mosquitoes or they're attracted to you, it's really part of the diet. And it's one of the parts I love about Costa Rica, and also just my love for farming. Understanding and learning about permaculture was a great dream and passion of mine, yet I never had time for it. But I always found myself on the weekends really homesteading and working as much as I could with the land in our own urban homestead. And now I can see why. It's all starting to make sense. Alright, so we're back at it. We are about to just go on a little quick adventure because this property is so beautiful. We're so tempted. So we had to go hike over to this peak and check it out. Got this amazing peak that we're gonna hike to. Try to see what the views are like over there. We got King Boy on the roll. Mommy's coming. I think we are seeing Keisha. So the challenge is we got to get over this barbed wire. So that is the tricky part. This is the most dangerous part. So the barbed wire, so again, we're gonna go over it slow, because if slow we'll be able to like correct if necessary, but if we go fast it could just tear our whole leg open. We could bleed out of an artery. Oh. We made it past the most dangerous part of the trip. And now the hills are alive. Okay, I think, but be careful with the cow patties. There's a lot of cow patties here. Oh, it looks a lot bigger from this angle. Follow the natural escaleras. Made it back sexfully. We made it back from our little mini hike safely, successfully. We had a successful drone flight, and we did get to critically low battery, which was the first, and never had that happen before, but we got some amazing shots up here. And it was just like the perfect vista, 360 degrees. And now we're trying to figure out how to get back up and over this barbed wire, because the way here was easier than the way back. All right, who's going first?
Thanks again for coming with us on this journey. But until our next adventure, pura vida.